I call this April 20th meeting of the Paducah Planning and Zoning Commission to order. I want to welcome all of you and also invite you to stand with us and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mr. Dougherty, we're happy to have you with us tonight. Would you call the roll, please?
Nice to be here. All righty. Mr. Benberry?
Here.
Bradford?
Here.
Morrison?
Here.
Fremke?
Here.
Shadle?
Here.
Wade?
Here.
Chairman Corsilius.
Here.
All right.
Mr. Morrison, you have the minutes motion, please.
Yes, madam. I move that the reading of the minutes for April 6, 2015 be waived and that the minutes of said meeting as prepared by the secretary be approved as written.
Second.
Second by Wade. Any corrections or changes? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Morrison?
Aye.
Mr. Wade?
Aye.
Mr. Benberry?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford? Aye. Shrimpke?
Aye.
Did I mispronounce that again?
I'm sorry?
Did I mispronounce your name?
It's okay.
Okay.
Frankie.
Ms. Shadle?
Yes.
And Chairman Corsilius.
Aye. Ms. Schramke, you have the Mercy Health Partners item.
I do. I move that this commission receive and file the application of Mercy Health Partners for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 1530 Lone Oak Road. Further move that the requested approval be given and compliance with all other applicable provision of the Paducah subdivision ordinance be waived.
Second.
Second by Benberry.
Thank you.
The intent here is to clean up the Lewis property into just making it one tract of land. So we're abolishing several interior lot lines to just create that one tract of land.
We noticed that we had over the years acquired a lot of little small pieces, and it's impossible to come up with a legal description for the principal site of the hospital. So again, it's just a matter of cleanup. So we, in the event we ever anything with the property, we have one concise legal description for it.
Gosh, I hope you never do anything with the property.
Nah, probably not.
Probably not.
But just in case, planning ahead.
Sure.
What was the small change you, without me unfolding this, you said you had made?
About the parcel A.
Yes, sir.
That just removing we had a extra line on there, the top line that had mentioned that it was disputed, but it isn't.
Oh, okay. Very good. Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? Call the roll, please.
Shrimpke?
Aye.
Thank you.
Mr. Benberry?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Abstain.
Accused. Thank you. Mr. Morrison?
Aye.
Ms. Shadle?
Aye.
Mr. Wade?
Aye.
Chairman Corsilius.
Aye. Thank you. Mr. Benberry, you have the Sullivan item, please.
I move that this commission receive and file the application of Hal and Deborah Sullivan and GPI Paducah LLC for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 3905 and 4001 Alvin Barkley Drive and 428 and 446 South 40th Street. I further move that the requested approval be given and compliance with all of the applicable provisions of the Paducah subdivision ordinance be waived.
Second.
Second by Shadle and Morrison.
Thank you.
All right, here again, we're just here we're creating several new lots, just in case he's wanting to kind of want to subdivide it up and maybe possibly sell a couple, 2 or 3 lots in the future. And we also created a ingress egress for the revised Lot A and revised Tract 1, so they can both share that. They both share that drive now, so which Hal Sullivan, he owns both. Well, actually he owns all this land.
I actually have a question about the unimproved road that runs through the middle of the property. I know that staff had said that there really wasn't any, they couldn't find any information about the road being created. Or
No, Angie looked and she can't find anywhere where it was dedicated to the county or city.
And it's certainly unimproved, so there's...
Right. So just to be safe, she's still going to, plans on quit claiming it over to the property owners to make it final.
Okay.
And on the lot C1 and C2, where is the ingress egress on that? What am I missing here?
So they'll access that from South 40th Street there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So revised Lot B, C2, and C1 can all have access from 40th Street. And then revised Lot A and revised Tract 1 will have that shared access off of Alvin Barkley.
Okay.
Does revised Lot B does it have access off of both South 40th and Alvin Barkley, or?
Well, it has definitely off of South 40th. I don't know, as far as the state, they would have to deal with the highway department on that. I don't know if they would.
There's nothing on that lot, correct?
No, it's vacant.
Anyone have any other questions, comments? Okay.
Help lead me through GPI Paducah. What are they vested in currently? I see where Hal Sullivan up at the top, revised Tract 1, but where's GPI's property?
They are GPI, which is also Hal Sullivan owns.
Right.
They own Lot A, Lot B, C1, and C2. They're pretty well just everything to the, I guess you call that, to the south of that 25-foot roadway.
Okay, and I see on the
Everything.
revised that there is an easement for access for Tract 1 and revised Lot A being created by this plat. Okay.
Right, yeah.
When Hal bought this years ago, he put this in the title of this in the GPI.
Okay.
I know that's not on here.
Any other questions, comments? Call the roll, please.
Thank you.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Benberry?
Aye.
Mr. Morrison?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Rumke?
Aye.
Mr. Shadle?
Aye.
Mr. Wade? Aye.
Chairman Creselius.
Aye. Mr. Bradford, you have the Great Rivers LLC item, please.
I move that this commission receive and file the application of Great Rivers LLC for approval of 4 window signs in the A1 Civic Center zone located at 401 Washington Street.
Second.
Second by Mr. Wade.
And we don't have a representative here.
No. I guess the problem with this particular item is that the signs are already up.
And that's why they should have a representative here.
Exactly.
Be interesting to know why the signs went up before permission was approved.
Do we have anything similar to this?
I don't. Not that comes to my memory quickly. No.
It's odd because it's a sign, but it's not a sign. You know, I mean, it's a window covering.
Window shades.
Exactly. Almost, except it doesn't come up and down.
You all have a.
Fixed
You know
window.
how it came about? I mean, were they aware that they needed a permit or approval?
I'm only going by Mr. Summers' staff report that they had no problem. I would have thought they needed a
I would think so, too.
permit and
I mean, you know, I
It's-
guess what I'm asking is, did someone from planning and zoning city someplace say you can't have that without having a approval on it, or did they put it up and?
I think it's one of those forgiveness things.
So it's
I don't
not,
think
it's not a question of whether it's a sign or not a sign, or,
No.
okay.
I think somebody
knowledge.
drove by it one day and thought,
Yeah. Again, I'm not really privy to the history on it. I
I'm not either.
apologize because
I had to guess, is what I
That's why
would
they need
think.
a representative here.
And they don't have another signage, at least it doesn't show it in the picture.
They do in the back.
Okay.
Behind the building, they have a sign because it's on 4th Street. And the traffic all comes that direction. But I'm sure the sign is within, what's allowed for that particular property. This was the only thing in the front, which was a little bit different than what normally would have been,
The Civic Center zone makes it a little different, too.
of course.
Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering if the square footage exceeds the norm with both, certainly with the windows and with the standalone sign.
It probably does. And I'm guessing that the window square footage alone, as far as signs that we allow affixed to buildings, which this is really, in a way, affixed to the building, is a little bit larger than what we would have allowed.
Does it fall into the sign definition that we have for sign as a window?
That's the question. That's really the question. And it's not really affixed to the exterior of the building. It's affixed to the window. So I'm really not sure. That's kind of one of those gray areas. We could have an attorney tell us. One of our attorneys here, I'm sure, could tell us what your opinion is.
You're going to be setting a precedent here.
Probably so.
And, those folks that maybe couldn't get a sign with a certain width
Right.
say, well, it's a window treatment.
you can't
Exactly.
you can't see through it, can you?
Yes, you can.
We can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, but
Okay.
one of their reasonings was
was-
that the sun shines. Well, Venetian blinds help that too.
Through it from the outside,
From the inside, but not from the outside. That's correct.
The scenario that's coming in my head is every business in Paducah from time to time might put temporary signs in their windows.
Right.
It might be this size, it might be just part of the window, but that's not something that anybody comes before the Planning Commission for. Is this considered permanent?
It is.
I don't know.
It is by this.
It doesn't move. I mean, it's
Okay.
fixed to the window. It's a covering for
Yeah.
the window. I mean, I see your point.
Yeah.
I certainly see what you're
Same
asking.
as if it would be affixed to the building, it's affixed to the window.
Yeah.
That's the question. I sure wish somebody was here for us to talk to.
Yeah.
Perhaps we, need to table this motion?
Yeah, I was going to say, since it's already done, expediency is not
It's not a rush, is it?
precedent.
Can we do that and require one of them to be here or ask?
course.
At least
How would that
ask?
change the fact that it's
Yeah.
larger than what we usually permit for it to be on a building?
Was it the definition of a sign?
Talking to the owner, I mean, I'm sure they can be persuasive, but how does that change the fact that the size is larger than what we would normally permit being affixed to a building?
It may not fall in the definition of a sign.
Exactly, that's what they're probably going to
Perhaps I
say.
think that I would, Charlie, if you don't know, maybe we could have some research or
I think that would be wise.
Steve
What
could
would
find
be the
out
difference
for
of
us,
having-
because I'm more interested in what is acceptable under the code.
And I'm
Yeah.
concerned about, again, setting a precedent.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
We start out with this one thing, then.
I agree.
Particularly interested in hearing what the owner has to say of why they did it. I'm more interested in what can we do and is it proper to have
And
that?
how does it fit?
Yes. how
It
does
still
fit in the
bothers
sign
me, though,
ordinance?
that the owner didn't feel like it was important to be here.
And we need to know how it fits in the sign ordinance.
It's right across City Hall, too,
Could
isn't it?
have shutters and just kept them closed all the time and have somebody painted on the shutters that you can see from the outside. And it's sort of,
This treatment's becoming more popular.
I'd like a little,
So with the
is.
larger windows,
It
little
is.
we
research.
could be getting into something that is going to be controversial or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Does anyone have a motion that
Yes,
they would
I-
like to propose?
I would like to make a motion that we request planning and zoning officials, Charlie, Steve, Josh, someone, to do research to see if these particular signs would fall under the approved or acceptable size that is now in the sign ordinance.
Well, that's fine, but we need to know.
And we table the motion
Thank you.
until that
That's what I was
research is completed.
There's the key word I was
I'm
looking
getting
for. Okay, okay.
what was the key word?
I second your motion.
Table.
Mr. Shadle seconded the motion to table.
And find out the definition too, that would be,
Here it is. There was
because it is fixed, but it's removable.
It is.
It's an interesting art.
We may
the
have
outside of the
to,
window.
have a little research on this
Partially
before
blocks
we
out
can
the
give any kind of opinion.
Facing that whole thing faces the south.
Okay, we're going to call the roll in a minute. We are voting to table the motion. That's what the motion in front of us is. Mr. Dougherty, please.
Ms. Schramke,
Aye.
Mr. Shadle,
Aye.
Mr. Benberry,
Aye.
Mr. Bradford,
Aye.
Mr. Morrison,
Aye.
Mr. Wade,
Aye.
Chairman Crecelius.
Aye. Is there any other business to come before the commission tonight? If not, we stand adjourned.
Enjoy the art if you